The latest. Thank you for your love and support. I appreciate you all those who are liking, sharing, commenting. I say thank you so much, my kings and queens, my anonymous supporters, my super thanks gifters, old and returning subscribers. I say thank you for the love you are showing to the channel, and please, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, and also please subscribe to my backup account, the latest.gin2, because of the issues I'm having with this one. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. We heard that Nigeria and Burkina Faso are having a beef because, according to our all-in-alls, Nigeria used the airspace of Burkina Faso without authorization. We thought this was going to end, but a new directive coming from our all-in-all General Abdurrahman Chiani is even escalating things the more. The Republic of Niger has announced new restrictions on goods originating from Nigeria, citing heightened scrutiny concerns, authorities said. The directive, issued by Colonel Mohamed Yakuba Sido, Customs Formalities Cooperation Officer, for security requirements, all goods originating from Nigeria, particularly so-called miscellaneous goods, must be unloaded and inspected at the entering office before any transit formalities. The notice read. It added that goods accompanied by valid documentation from recognized ports of discharge only be offloaded at their final destination. Colonel Sido emphasized strict compliance with the directive and urged officers to report any challenges during its enforcement. The announcement came shortly after Burkina Faso detained 11 Nigerian military officers and seized a Nigerian Air Force cargo plane following an emergency landing after the aircraft entered Burkina Faso airspace without authorization. So, things are getting worse because we're thinking that everything is done and maybe the people that were detained will be sent back to Nigeria. But looking at what is happening, it seems there is something bigger than what our eyes can see, because this directive is showing something much bigger. Why will our all-in-all decide to take this move immediately that we have Nigeria aircraft landing in Burkina Faso? It means that there are things that we, the ordinary eyes, can see. Besides, our all-in-all General Abdurrahman Chiani told us earlier on that they are going to use Nigeria to invade Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. For that matter, things that are not happening could mean that what they said earlier on, things have started to pop up. So they have to make sure that they put every measure in place to make sure that these plots of these people do not succeed. Why is it that Africans, even in this 21st century, we are still the same people that are allowing other people to use us to do their bid? Because Africa, if we claim we are sovereign nations, by now we should be fighting for our sovereignty. Yet we have these leaders always sitting with other groups calling for respect for the African. If we continue to be begging for our freedom, who will give that freedom to us? Because these people, everything of theirs depends on what we have in Africa here. And that is the reason to which they are making sure that you, the African, do not have power. But we are the same people that are helping these people to always gain and thrive in Africa. And that is why Africa, we can never move forward if we continue to be with the West and continue to practice their systems. Everything the colonizer left for the African was for a purpose. They never gave us anything of theirs that is good, but they left the ones that can always allow them to have upper hand on us. Even though they are no longer in Africa, and they made us believe that we have our sovereignty, these people still operate in Africa strongly, and they are the ones that are controlling everything that is on our continent, even to the point that our leaders, they determine who leads the African. If you don't believe it, I posted a video some time back concerning one of the CIA former boss telling the world what they have been doing, and they will make sure that even if you, the African, you refuse to do that, they cause destabilization. Like one time, the Sierra Leone First Lady said that anytime you refuse to do their bid, they use the opposition, they call destabilization, and a whole lot of things. So you need to always be in bed with them in order for you to claim you have the little peace that we claim we have, even though this peace is just on the surface. We don't have peace, because if we have peace, we'll have access to the resources, and the resources will be used to benefit us. But the resources that we have here always benefit other people. We need to wake up, and we need to fight, and we need to understand that we need each other the most. Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso are doing everything possible to safeguard their people, because they have decided to be leaders that will protect their people and take their sovereignty into their own hands, and not allow other people to use their resources to benefit themselves. Look at even before Abdurrahman Chiani came into office, African Union was watching France buying the uranium 0.80 cents and selling it in the world market for 200 euros, yet African Union saw nothing wrong. But the moment All in All took office and decided to sell the price of the uranium just as France, African Union ECOWAS rose up to fight them. So what kind of organization are this? We are the only ones that can set ourselves free. United we stand, divided we fall. And united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's decolonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we'll make Africa great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world in Africa, West Africa, and in Niger.